Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Hi, everyone. I think I'll just wait for some people to join, and I think we'll take it up from there. Hello. All right. So we're already having people join. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Hi, Oreolua. Hi, Peter. A fixed guard, Olami, Leko. Hi, Kobe. Hello, good afternoon. So nice to have everybody here. And I understand that normally we do have our live by 12 every Wednesday, but today is a special one, exactly. So we're having like a special live, and for if we have to, how do I put it? Have like a testimonial with people. It's usually very important that we work with their schedule because the time difference, the routine, and everything. So that's why we're having our live by one today. So hello, Doreen. Nice to have you here. Hi, Valentine. Hi, Olivia. Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, Samuel. Hello, Samuel. So Samuel is already in the UK and he's currently in BC, Birmingham City University. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. So my name is Queensley, and this is Nexi Concept Limited, obviously. So we will be having a live, more like a testimonial. So someone is going to be telling us a lot of informations and sharing informations with us on important things about job search as a student in the UK. So she's currently a student of Birmingham City University, and she's studying MSc Project Management. Her name is Bidemi Konu, and she will be joining us very soon. So we all will be relaxing, and she'll be doing more of the talking, sharing informations and so many things. And then afterwards, questions can just fly in, and she'll definitely be responding to most of the questions that we definitely have. So we do not waste so much time, because I believe that today is going to be very, very interactive, and much information will be shared. So I'll just go ahead and join. She's already sent her request, so I'll just add her, and then we'll just take it up from there. Yes. Let's see when she joins, so we can just take it up from there. Yes. Well, I think I've accepted her request.
Okay. Let's see.
Hi.
Hello.
I finally get to see your face here. You've always been hiding your face from me. So finally, the light has finally made us see you. So good afternoon. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I definitely can hear, and I believe everyone can hear you as well. Yes.
Okay. I just have to steal 1 hour from work.
I know, right? So I'm just as I was actually telling everybody that most times when things like this happen, it's very important that we try to work with your schedule, or because I understand it's not easy, and you really have to like use your break for us. So we really, really appreciate. So that we do not waste, take so much time and all, right? We'll just go straight to to the business of today, but I believe it's going to be interactive and quite informative, right? So, will you just give us a brief, introduce yourself basically? Just tell us about yourself, what school you're attending, what course are you studying, and all.
Yeah. I prefer to join Bidemi, and
Oh my
presently a
goodness,
student
I
of
hope
Birmingham
the network.
City University. Doing my MSc, almost rounding up anyway. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. Okay, so before I go in and start asking like so many questions, how did you hear about Nexi Concept Limited? Like, how was your journey with us? And basically, like,
No, it was smooth. It was smooth. I didn't have to fight with you because I argue a lot. I didn't have to argue with you from the scratch. When I sent a text message to Nelson. Then he gave me your number. Then you and I started chatting, and I told you what I wanted, sent the documents to you via email, and it was smooth. It was smooth. We didn't have to argue. We didn't have to, have. Then I think during my precast interview, you were helpful. When I say something, you're like, no, 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 change this, change this, and that's it. And when I got my visa, and you were happy with me and all of that, but I didn't tell you when I was traveling anyway.
Okay, so everybody gets to hear that, right? All right. But you didn't tell me when you left, but that's okay. That's okay. So, but I forgive you big time. So strong where she is. Oh my. I hope it's not from my end. Can everybody hear me? Or is it from my own end that the network isn't going through? Can everybody hear me? Oh, I guess it's her network. I guess it's her network. Let me see if I can add her back. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, okay. Thank you. I believe she would be able to. I guess it's her network. She just sent a request. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Oh, I think your network isn't so strong where you are, right?
Yeah, everything is structured around this place.
Someone said that the network issue is from the UK. So UK too users have network issues. I thought they don't have network issues.
No.
Okay, all right. So before the UK network would, probably disappoint us, let's just try to get most of the information as quick as possible. Okay. So when did you arrive the UK? Did you go as a single person? Obviously, are you
Yeah, yes, I
married?
went as a single person.
Okay. When
Yes,
did
I
you
went as
arrive
a
in
single
the UK?
person. February 24th. February 24th is when I arrived in the UK.
I'm
Can you hear
struggling
me?
to hear you. I'm struggling to hear you.
February 24th was when I arrived here.
Okay. So you went for January 2022 intake, right?
Yep.
So, that's beautiful. So it's obviously not like I don't know, but I'm trying to let people, have an idea of the whole thing. So why? That means you have so many experience, work-wise and all. So we'll be asking you a couple of questions. First, okay. So what was your experience when you arrived in the UK? Like, obviously, you're visiting a new city, like a totally different world entirely. So how was your experience? Were there did you get help from people, in terms of your accommodation, movement, and how were you able to settle in, for your studies and all in the UK, precisely Birmingham City University or Birmingham City?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Before applying for the student visa, I think I've traveled a couple of times on visits to the UK. So, but this one definitely would be a different one. So when I got in, how did it even start? Okay, I got in 4 days before enrollment was going to close, and I still had to go straight to Birmingham.
Well, as in the
And
network is so bad. The network is so bad. Your voice is really breaking. Your voice is really breaking.
yeah, this
So,
is like the best. This is like the best place I can do this video right now.
oh.
Yeah, this is like the
Okay,
best place
just
I
go
can have it done because
because truthfully, we can't even see your face.
Yeah, because I'm at work.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm at work.
Okay.
I was telling you that, yes, I'm at work. So I just had to just look for somewhere to just stay for 1 hour.
Okay.
I work in a
Let's
very
just go
busy
ahead.
environment. Okay,
I
so I
understood
came
that.
in and I came in, went straight to school, and I did my enrollment. So I had help from some people, from all my friends in school. There's this group thing that we had, this WhatsApp group that we had. So I had some friends in there already. So they were there to just put me through one thing or the other, enrollment and all of that. Yeah, that's about that for that one. Then after my enrollment, started lectures, physical. So I needed to get a job. So that was where the thing came up. I applied with so many agencies, and then you get an email with saying, "We are sorry, we're sorry, we're sorry." I got like more than 10 emails saying, "We are sorry, we cannot offer you employment. We're sorry, we cannot offer you employment." So someone now said to me that if you need to get a job, all of those, your Nigerian qualification will not help. So just bring it down to your GCSE before you can get a job. And I already said to myself before leaving Nigeria that I was not going to do the caregiver job. I said to myself, I'm not going to do that. I don't see myself doing it. So I didn't even go that route. I wanted an admin job or an hospitality job. So that was where
Yes.
my focus was. Yeah, so one day, my elder sister just said to me, "Oh, there's a slot in my office for employment. Are you interested?" I was like, yes, 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 I am over interested because I'm adding weight in this house. I need to get something doing. So I applied with NHS, and with all of the referral from my sister, the reference and all that, I still got the email that says, "We are sorry." And and I'm like, what else would I do? Like, this is the end. I was not getting frustrated, but I was adding weight, and I was spending all the money I brought in from Nigeria, so I needed to do something. So the last chance I gave was when I now applied to NHS again for another role and another department. And in 2 weeks, I got my offer.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So
And
you really
I
had to
started with the
apply.
train.
Okay.
Yes, I had to apply.
So
I kept applying. I kept applying. So it's not
so
an
so
easy route. So,
but you were able to get a job after several applies and all, right?
yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I
Okay.
got a job.
So in essence, and so what would you say about the job? Like how is the work going? Is it really
Wow.
probably
Yeah. Wow, I enjoy my job. Yeah, no, we can't say. I need to answer this question. He said it's important to clarify this. Doesn't mean that Nigerian qualifications are not valid. I never said that. I never, I never said that. What I just said was when I needed to apply, I was advised to go as low as a GCSE for me to get the role that I needed to, because it's like a low band, and that was what I used to get in because I was applying for a band 5, applying for a band 5 and band 6, and they were saying no, sorry, because I didn't have a UK experience. This was like my first job, so I needed to start from the scratch.
okay? Okay,
Yeah,
thank you
so
so much for clarifying that. I want to believe that the information you just shared, it was everyone has actually gotten that information. So
yeah, so I
that's
started from
very okay.
a
And
low
you said
band. Sorry.
so because you do not have a work experience there, the advice that you apply with a low band, right?
Yeah, with a low band, yes. So now,
Okay,
if I decide to leave this job and I want to apply for a higher band, I'm qualified.
okay. All right. I think his name is Pre. something Louis, anyways. Prince
Prince
Louis
Louis.
or something. All right, thank you so much for the additional information. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Like I said, it's going to be like really informative, and also opinions and more informations are open. We're open for that because we're all learning. So thank you for the both information. Um, so how many hours do you work weekly?
During school hours, I do 22, and but when we don't have anything going on, like maybe during the times when we have assessment going on or we have presentations going on, I do more than that. So
Okay.
the kind of job I do, I can actually tell my boss that, okay, I want more hours. Can you give me more hours? Can I work more hours?
Okay. Okay. So, but normally, for as a student, it is 20 hours, right?
It's 20
Weekly.
hours. Yes, it's 20 hours a week.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I think someone is asking, year one day is asking, how did you manage your job and class considering BC is quite thorough with classes? Because I know you've spoken to
Yeah.
me about how thorough their classes are, especially your course that you're studying project management and
Yeah.
all. So how
Yeah.
have you been able, because you're still on it, right? So have you been able to manage both working and studies at the same time?
Okay, since we have 7 days in a week, and for my lectures, we had like two days lectures. So sometimes I have for a particular course I could have in a semester, I could have Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday for my lectures. So I do my work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then if I have Monday, Wednesday, I had one for Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. I put in my work for Tuesday, Saturday, no, Tuesday, Friday, and I just so depending on my school calendar, that's when I slot in my availability for
Okay,
work.
so your work, you can actually rotate it
Yes, yes,
depending on
yes, yes,
your classes, right? So is it just
yes, yes.
your job in particular, or any work? If somebody's having a job, whoever is recruiting them or employing them would have to work with their time schedule in terms their class schedule.
Yeah, they will ask for your term date. There's something that your recruiter will ask for. It's called term dates, which they want to know, like when you are on for school. You understand? So when you are submitting your credentials, you would definitely submit your term dates. So they want to know that, okay, between November and December, you're actually going to be going to school. So they'll know how to put the availability. So for mine, I submitted my term date. And when I submitted my term date, I could get the number of days available. My manager directly asked me and said, when do you want to work? So I tell her, okay, August, I want Wednesday to Friday. September, I want Monday to Wednesday, like that. So she puts it on the rota.
Okay. Okay. So it's so that it's convenient for you and them as well, right? To be able to combine
Mm,
your classes and work together.
yep.
Okay. So, but is it possible for a student to run two jobs?
No, no, I do. I speak for myself. I can't because you have to, you've
No.
got
I'm not
coursework to
asking
do.
for you now as a person. I'm saying, is it permitted? Is it allowed
Nah,
for a student to
nah, nah,
run
nah,
two jobs? Okay.
nah,
So you
nah.
have to stick to just one job, right?
Yep. Sorry, excuse me 1 minute. I just need to help someone.
Okay.
I get it. I need to help my colleague. Okay, yes, it's not proper for you to run 2 hours because how can you run 20 hours times two? That's 40 hours. So you're going against the policy.
Okay. What if the person wants to run 2 jobs? Is it possible?
Oh, sure, sure. Yes, yeah, sure. But rarely would you
Okay.
see an employer that will give you an hour, 10 hours job. But rarely will you see.
Okay. Okay.
Rarely will you see an employer you want to work 10 hours. When some people just do. So that means you're just going to be working for a day.
Okay. That makes sense now. That makes sense. Um. So, the if you were to like give an advice, right? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Sati, the network where she is at the moment. So she's at work, but she had to like take her break just to have this live with us so she can share, vital information with us so we can know about it. So where she
That's
is, the network isn't so strong there. So I really apologize to everyone who is having difficulty seeing her face. So please bear with us. But let's
just
just
bear with
focus on
me.
the information she's sharing, basically. So let's just focus on the information she's sharing so we can get that. So if by any rate, by any chance, any of us wants to go abroad to go study, probably in the UK, it would help us, navigate our stuff and know what and what not to do and how to go about it. So really sorry about, the
I'm so
inconveniences.
sorry, people. I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
so what's the like, so what's like the minimum wage for students to earn?
Some do £9 per hour, some do £10 per hour, some do £11 per hour. So the minimum you can get is like say £9 per hour.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, would you just like to help me answer? Someone is asking, Doreen is asking, what is the deposit of your school and what is the payment
Okay.
plan? Yeah.
Okay. 3-5 was what I deposited, and yeah, I deposited 3,005. Then after I got into my enrollment, I paid another 3,000. Then every other month I pay 1,005.
Every month you pay 1,005.
Yes, it's flexible. So you might do this
Okay,
month,
so
you
it's
might not
so,
do
so
the
you
next
have
month.
so you have a flexible payment, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
did you have to meet like maybe the finance team to speak about or have an agreement with them on how you intend to make your payment to the end of your program?
Uh, no, but the interesting thing about it here is you might not have to meet them in person, but you could do emails. So
Okay.
yeah, you could just send an email and say, oh, this is how I want to split it, this is how I want to run it. But the
Okay.
important one is to do your enrollment. You need to pay your 50% for your enrollment.
Okay. So what I could get from what you said is it's the flexibility. So once
Yeah,
you've made up to the 50%, the remaining 50% you can spread it to the end of your program, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. I think someone at Ibokun is asking about the US. Of course, yes, we do the US, but today just currently for the UK. So, but if you have interest in studying in the US, just kindly drop us a message on our DM, and one of us would respond to you and attend to all your inquiries and give you all the feedbacks that you need about studying in the US, basically. So, thank you so much for reaching out. Okay. All right. So, it's is there like a link or like when people are looking for jobs here in Nigeria, there are like different job
Hmm.
links you have to reach out to get jobs.
Yeah,
As a student, you just got maybe an admission, you settled down, you just got your visa, you settled down in the UK, you've gotten your apartment and all that. Now,
yeah.
is there like do you just get up and just start applying for a job just like that, or are there certain things you need to do, or is there like an agency you need to apply with before you can start applying for a job, or is there a link you can just throw out and just start applying for a job? But just we need clarification on how to go about it. So for you, you got in, you
Okay.
got an apartment. What next? Were you linked to some people, or did you have to register some things or some links to start getting like job offers hitting your emails and then applying and all that? That's basically what we want to know.
Yeah. Okay, I applied with when I was settled, I started applying with some agencies online, like Total Jobs, like Indeed, like which other one did I do? No, there's some other like petty ones, but the one I registered
Okay,
with
so
and I
you
was
did
really
with
following.
Indeed. Is that what you said?
Yes, I did.
You
Yes, I did
applied
with
to Indeed.
Indeed. Indeed. Yes, I
Okay.
did with Total Jobs too. There's one called Total Jobs. Yeah, then I registered with NHS professionals. Let me just type them
Okay.
in.
Okay, okay, I
settled
think that
jobs.
works. So you can type that in.
Yes,
That
settled
makes sense.
jobs. Yes, I did with
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right.
But my
So
major
your
was
current
NHS
job,
professionals.
was it for true Indeed?
No, directly from NHS professionals.
Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah.
All right. So someone is asking that what happens in case one is not able to complete payment of fees before graduation dates? Do you have an idea of what will happen?
Added, added. But the school will definitely send you emails. They will definitely send you emails, not embarrassing emails, but just a reminder, and which I feel might affect you, switching to your post study or any scheme that you want to actually move into.
The most important thing is that you definitely have to pay up your tuition fee completely, because most times things like this, the schools can definitely send emails to UKVI about your not being able to complete your payments, and obviously you can't even do your graduation, you can't get your certificate. How do you even plan to get like a proper job? Because you can't get a 40 hours job with your name or with your certificate and all that. So you're going to be living like an illegal person because you've not finished up all that. So it's quite important that, okay, so like the school she's attending is Birmingham City University, and it will give you the opportunity to spread your payment after your 50%, so which is pretty okay, I would believe, because some schools can tell you that you have maybe 3 installments, 4 installments. Some might tell you just one installment, but this school gives you an opportunity to spread it. So it's flexible, and you're hearing it directly from her that it's flexible when it comes to the payment and everything. So that's okay. So when are you looking at rounding up your program?
January, January 2023.
Okay, okay. Nice. That's nice. So how are you finding your course itself specifically?
Sorry?
How are you finding your course?
Interesting.
Is it what you
Interesting.
envisioned? Is it what you
No,
envisioned? Is it easy?
no, I remember telling you that. I remember telling you that no, it's like was like a new phase for me. Like when you hear the word project management, you just have my mind was with something else until I started lectures, and I'm seeing literature review, and I'm like, what does it have to do with projects? And I'm seeing resource management, and I'm like, oh, but it's good for me now because I can go to step and make up, and you give me something to do, and I can, have the knowledge start to finish of it.
Wow, wow. So kudos to you. Cause me, I remember when you chatted me up, and when I was just trying to do like a basic follow up to know how you're finding what your experience is with the UK, Birmingham City, and then specifically your program. And then I knew how you were like, oh sis, I don't have time for myself. My work is this, my school is this, it's not what I thought it was and everything. But the most important thing is that you're coping, you're adjusting to the system, and like you mentioned, is helping you even in your line of job and everything. So that makes
Yeah,
sense. So, but you're looking forward to growing grounds in the field of project management, right?
yeah, sure. Yeah,
So I
once I
think there
end,
are like different specializations in terms of business and project management, right?
yeah, yeah. So,
Okay, so do you?
um,
Okay, go on.
okay. So my plan is to remain in this organization because they've got different departments. Do you understand? And it's good for me. So I would rather want to stay here and work here as a project manager.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, I'm happy that it's geared towards your dreams or your aspiration. So which is very okay. So I mean, I wouldn't mind if people have like questions to ask about um working in the UK,
Nobody
because
has
I
said
definitely.
anything about, something, yeah. Sorry to chip you, sorry to just, deviate a bit, but something that people need to know about living in this country. One thing I learned when I came in here is time. Time is of essence here. I
Okay.
missed my boss twice, which cost me double the amount. I missed my coach twice, which, cost me. When you be like, no, if I miss this boss, I should be there will be another boss. Nah, you might stand in a very cold, cold, cold weather for 12 to 30 minutes, and you might not get your boss. So time is of essence. We shouldn't have that
No,
mindset that
that's
we have.
no wonder no wonder most of them, they are always time conscious. So once you tell them 10 o'clock, they are there 10 o'clock. So there's this
Yeah,
orientation they already have that they're gonna miss their boss if they don't get there at that exact time. So it's very good
you
that you
will,
spoke
not they
about,
might. You
okay,
will.
you will miss your boss. Yes.
You
So
will. And
it's
you have to be
very
running after the
important that you
driver.
mention that. Yeah, it's very important that you mentioned that, because I know that we Africans, we have issues with keeping to time. So I know about that. So thank you so much for adding, sharing that information. It's quite, thank you so much for it. So please, guys, if you have more questions, please throw it out to her. She's here. She's here to talk about job search. She already spoke about how she had to, apply severally to people before she could get, a couple of jobs. She got her job, and where she's working right now, like she just said, if it's not convenient for her or it's not okay for her, she wouldn't even be saying that she plans to stay back even after her study to grow herself in the line of project management. So if you have questions, she already shared. So for people who are just joining, she shared links where she was able to apply for different type of jobs. So if you're currently in the UK, maybe you're some of our students who just got admission, got your visa, you just left for the UK, or you're about to leave, or you even have plans of going in January. There are like a couple of links, pages or links you can visit for job application that would help you get your job and everything. So it's quite important. That's why we try our best to have people come in, to talk about life experiences and, share information, first-hand information about how to go around about things in the, over there, because obviously who is best to even share such information if not them who have actually crossed over to that place. So that's very okay. So but in Birmingham, right, how's the experience in terms of getting um maybe food, African food precisely, and everything?
Well, I think, both of us talked about it, right? And I said to you that I switch. I have 2 days Birmingham, 3 days London. So it's not as if like I live there fully. Yeah,
Okay.
so once I just have somewhere to eat, I don't really know about African food there.
Okay.
Oh, so
Okay.
some people are asking those
This
questions. I didn't have to do all of
okay. Okay. Someone said, how do you manage
that.
with
I didn't drop the mic.
shopping and monthly or daily expenses?
Well, it depends on what you eat, and then depends on what you eat. So for someone like me, my diet, I maybe because of work and school, I might just go maybe once, and then my shopping is just going to be minimal because I don't have a large family. You get, so my groceries is always just affordable, and then my what's it called? Yeah, groceries affordable. Then what I spend more on is I think my transportation. Hello.
Hello? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm really somehow not really happy that our network is not allowing us to see your face, because funny enough,
It's
if I
where
tell people that
what
we handled everything for you without seeing each other, it sounds so funny, because we didn't see. We kept talking on the phone, everything, got your offer, did the interview with you on the phone, applied for your visa, you got your visa, you traveled, like, on the phone. We didn't even see, like, at all. So today, now that we would have seen you live,
I
the
told
network
you,
over there is not allowing us to.
I actually told you I would have preferred it maybe like on a day off. I really begged for this day to be like a day off, but I didn't get it. It would have been so good if it was my day off. I would have had time to do that much at home. But
Yeah, I
maybe some
totally
other time I could
understand.
come in.
Yeah, I totally understand. But we really appreciate the fact that you were able to, squeeze out your break time to share, a couple of information with us, about
Yeah.
getting jobs in the UK and your job search, how it was, how you were able to do it. So, because personally, I wouldn't even want to waste or spend, so much time, because I understand that it's your break and you need a couple of minutes to like take care of yourself before you get back to work, right? Oh, the network is really bad. Okay. So please, I don't know if anybody have like more questions to ask, so that she, yes, oh, I understand. She said her network is really bad. So I don't know if we have like more questions to ask her. It's really going to be okay if we can throw out our questions so that she can share, firsthand information. It's very important. So she was able to explain. And this work thing do not just is not limited to just Birmingham City, basically. So every part of the UK that you're studying there, you have to apply online to get, like, she shared like some names you can apply for jobs, and until you're able to get one. And she mentioned, sorry, excuse me, and she also mentioned the average you could be earning. So she's currently doing like a project management course, and she's working in a field that, you know appeals to her desires, and that's what she's going for. So it's really important that whatever it is you're doing or whatever you're going for, first of all, she mentioned time is of essence, very important. She mentioned that it's of the essence, and you need to stick or work with time in everything you're doing. So this is just a platform to give you heads up on certain things. So first of all, we talk about the school, where you get your offer. Once you get your offer, you make your tuition deposit or your tuition payment, and be aware that you have to pay up to 50% of your school fees, which is very important, on or before enrollment. While there are some schools in the UK that will request that you pay that as your first deposit, some schools will request up to 65% of your first deposit. Once you've done that, the next important thing is, you need to go ahead, even before you get your offer, you can go ahead to start getting dates for your TB. So I'm just going to use this opportunity to like speak to everyone, some of our students or students who still have plans of going in January. Some schools are closed, so quite a few are open. So the earlier we apply, the better. But for those who have applied, you can go ahead to apply, get your dates for your TB test, get dates. You don't need to pay immediately, but try to get a date. But the most important thing is you have to pay before the date of your tuberculosis test. Then start your Form A, which is very important. You have offers, start your Form A processing, because you understand that it's taking longer than normal. So it's important that you start your Form A immediately, to start processing your tuition deposits, also your bank statements, very important. If you're going with family, you definitely know how much you need to have in your account. Pay your school fees, the remaining balance has to be in your account, your cost of living, 9,207, you need to be in your account. Then for the dependent, 6,120. needs to be in your account each. So it's important you have that in your account, very, very important. And then you also have to have an idea of, okay, the visa. Well, the price is, visa fee, it's not it's tentative, it changes basically. But most times we just advise you to just have at the back of your head that, okay, I could just budget for a standard visa, I could just budget like $500, but most times it doesn't get to that amount. And then for the IHS, which is the health insurance, fee for the main applicant, you can just budget like maybe between 900 to $1,000, which is most times it doesn't really get to that. But it's better you have more than you have less. Then that's for the main applicant. For dependent, budget the same fee for visa is the same fee for dependent. But when it comes to the IHS, just budget like maybe $700, but most times you wouldn't really need to pay up to that. This is it. And then there's a priority package and all. So now these are things you need to do before you cross over. There are people who go ahead as applying for accommodation before they leave, so that on their arrival it's easier for them to just settle in. You settle in, you do your orientation in school and all that, and then you can also start applying for jobs, which is important. And remember, she mentioned that job as a student is 20 hours, but once you are probably on your holidays and all, you can work full time. But as a student, when classes are ongoing, you need to work just 20 hours weekly. So in total, you should be having maybe 80 hours in a week, in a month. That's how much you have. Because if you break the rules of working higher than that, it can actually affect you when you're done, and then you need to actually go into your graduate route and all. So it is important to you adhere to certain things, apply to these jobs, get jobs, stick to the timing and everything. So I don't know if there are more questions coming in, so we can just, attend to it. It possibly doesn't need to be questions relating to the job search in the UK. If you have questions, please throw in your questions. Let's answer you. But if you have questions and you don't feel so comfortable asking them on the live, you can actually drop your questions on DM us, drop your questions, and definitely one of our counselors will be out to respond to all your questions, all your inquiries, and help you put in applications if you're a new person. And then if you put in applications with us, to do a follow-up and everything, you can always drop a message on our DM. So if there are no questions, I might have to draw the curtain, basically. But I want to believe that the information she shared were quite vital, and we were able to get specific information about certain things and about getting jobs in the UK as a student. So if we do not have any question, okay, when is the best time to pay for your fees for January? Right now. Right now, because like I mentioned, Form A is taking way longer, way longer. You need to start applying right away. At what point can you apply for Form A? Please, you need to start now. Please. A lot of people are already paying their tuition fee. A lot of people have applied for Form A already because it's taking longer. So please, you can start the process now. You can start the process now. Can you still use a TB test done in August for January intake? So your TB is valid for 6 months. So August is the 8th month. If you've done it in August, it's meant to be valid September, October, November, December, January, February. So of course, yes, you can make use of it to apply for your visa. Of course, it's still valid. Okay. So how do I convert to PR after expires in the UK? Okay, if I understand that you're talking about your postgraduate route, like as a student and converting to PR. So normally, yeah, when you're working, when you do, even when you're still running your postgraduate, your 2 years, and you're able to get jobs, you get a job under the sponsorship visa, so the skilled worker visa. So that's where you can actually, convert or just switch to the skilled worker visa. And I think you have to be there for like 5 years before you can now move to a PR, basically. Um, is October ending too late to pay for the fees? Okay, so I can't really tell you if October ending is late because you're going to be working with a Form A. So if you're going to be starting in October ending, when will the Form A process be done? Because Form A is taking way longer. We're talking about months now, like a month or more for them to process that. And most of these schools are not, it's not by getting your offer, it's by the number of people or how early you're able to pay for your tuition fee. So right now, some schools are not receiving payments anymore. You understand? Some schools are not receiving payments at all for January because they've received the amount of students they need for the tuition deposit. So we need to really start as much as possible, as early as possible, so that we can meet up with your January intake. But we have not known the amount to apply. I don't understand. Have you made an application to any school? Basically, I need to know if you've made an application to any school. That would help me know how much your deposit has to be if you have an offer or not. So please, you can share that information. I think it's gym_fitness sales. That would help. So what about people without Form A? No, I think you do not understand what a Form A means. Okay, so Form A is you paying your tuition fee via from the bank in Nigeria. So is a CBN process. So you have to go to the bank. Okay, but now it's online, so there's always a link. I think there's a trade system link. You click on it, you create your own account, your own Form A account to process your payment, fill all the vital informations, and then once the Form A is approved from the bank, from the CBN, from the bank, then you would be able you do fill the form and all that. Once it is approved, they will deduct the conversion of the 4,000 pounds in Naira from your account. So that's what I'm saying, it's taking way longer at the moment. Yes. So gym_fitness. I think you were asking, but we have not known the amount to apply. I'm still struggling to understand. I was asking what school to what school did you apply to, and if you've gotten an offer and all, because with that name here we can't really know who exactly or what your name is. My reason for asking is because I am not in Nigeria. I can't go back, okay. So I don't know where you are. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, right? Tamara, if you can just drop us a message on our DM so we can understand precisely, because we need to know where you are, right? Where you are and how to go about it. But if you have a Nigerian account and the Naira is in the account, you can still process your Form A, basically. So you have a Naira account. You don't need to go to the bank in Nigeria. You just have to fill the form online. That's what I'm saying. The Form A is not online, which gives you a process, an easier way to like make your payment. So Form A, you have a Naira account, you have the funds inside. Okay, so um, okay, has paid, help me apply, I'm waiting. So please, what you're going to do is just drop us a message, gym_fitness series. Please just drop us a message on our DM so we can know exactly what schools you applied. I know the Form A I'm talking about is actually for those who have an offer. Normally, even if you're expecting an offer, you can start the process. Do you understand? Because it takes a bit longer. But just drop us a message and we'll attend to that. Then someone asks, is it better to pay school fees in pounds or naira? Either ways. If you have a pounds account and you have pounds in your account and you feel like you want to use that to pay your school fees, that's fine. But the only difference is if you have to pay through naira, it takes longer because you have to do it through the Form A. But if it's through pounds, obviously maybe you have a pound account or something, then or somebody wants to help you pay, with the pounds account, then it's faster because the payment will go through within 24 to 48 hours, basically. But with the Naira account, it takes longer because you have to fill the Form A. Yes. So Tamara just dropped a message in our DM, and we're going to help you respond to all the your inquiries, basically. But I can't. Someone is asking a day Peju or something. Yeah. So he's asking how long does it take to receive an offer from GCU? Honestly speaking, right now, people cannot give a specific time because of what most of the schools have been facing, volume of applications, and they've been taking a lot of time in issuing offer. Before now, we could tell you that, okay, within 4 weeks, you could get the offer, 3 to 4 weeks, 5. But now, most schools takes way longer. And sometimes at the end, they'll just tell you, oh, sorry, we've exceeded our limits. We'll probably have to transfer your application to the next intake and all. So most times you advise you apply early because right now we cannot guarantee how early most offers can come in. So that's basically it. So I believe I was able to attend or respond to most of the questions or all the questions that were asked. If there are more questions or more clarifications you need to get, you can just kindly drop your messages on our DM, and we'll have some of our counselors respond to all your inquiries and help you with all the assistance that you need. Thank you so much for joining us today. I want to believe that you enjoyed the live session with Bidemi, who helps us with sharing her experience in terms of getting a job, settling down. Also mentioned how much the minimum wage is, between 12 to 11, per hour, and then her settling her course and how beneficial it is for her right now. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Sati. Thank you, Valentine, Susie Reg. Thank you so much, Terry. Adikpeju. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you. Think quite a lot of people. Gym underscore and fitness. Please do not hesitate to drop us a message on our DM so we can respond to your needs or your inquiries, basically. So thank you everybody for joining. Please, if you have to apply, you need to apply now for January if your documents are quite complete. So thank you so much, everybody. See you same time. No, not actually same time. So see you by Wednesday, our usual time, which is 12 noon. With we'll obviously be coming with more information about something different, and it's always educative and all. So thank you so much for joining. I still remain Queensley, Nexi Concept Limited. Have a blessed day ahead. So thank you so much, everybody. Bye. Thank you, Justice Kings. Thank you, Tamara. Bye, everybody.